Hi everybody and welcome back. My name's Melissa and this year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So today I want to show you how I took, well this is my mistake bucket, but you can see oh it looks like a smiley face, that was unintentional. I originally had a bigger piece and the whole size didn't work out well for me because hole saw, well okay let me get on to the point, sorry. I am making self-watering planters today. So originally I was going to tear up my entire yard, but that would have been, in addition to all the work, I was looking at least $1,000 in soil. So while that would be beneficial in later years, I've decided that instead I'm going to take my time and progressively work towards that goal instead of just trying to like do it all in 1 year. So I decided to do self-watering planters. So for those of you who don't know, self-watering planter is a planter that essentially you are able to pour the water in a top spot. It stores in an underneath area in the bottom, and then it wicks up and the soil waters and the plants grow. So I'm going to show you how to do that out of a few simple materials. Oh, it's windy. I knew the wind was picking up, and I just didn't expect it yet. Okay, so you might just see one bucket done because I may have to like wait until tomorrow or the next day to finish because the wind is really getting bad here. But simple buckets, I have like 30 to 60 buckets ranging in size from 2 gallons to 5 gallons. So it's 2 buckets like this, 2 buckets same size, some PVC, and these little cup things. They're like little hydroponic grow cups, some sort of string or twine, and then obviously soil and seeds, because you're not going to grow anything without soil and seeds. I mean, unless you've got a hydroponic setup, but then you still need seeds or something, right? So it's really simple. I only needed a few bits. I have not this bit, the 13/16 spade bit for the pipe, and then I have the 1 1/4 inch for the little cup things. I'd originally tried doing a hole saw, but me and hole saws do not mix, and if you've never tried a hole saw, then if you don't get your technique down, or if you're not strong enough, it kind of like, the hole saw tries to turn you instead of turning itself. I've tried it twice. Both times I've struggled. This last time I almost like it hit my shoulder, my elbow, and my wrist. So I was like, no, you know what? We're going to try a different method. Now I'm also aware, now if you are a strong, able-bodied person who works with tools a lot, maybe the hole saw method is for you. Plus though, I was lucky because I found out that the bigger cups wouldn't have set right in the space below, because if you look, I don't know, I'll put that way so you can kind of see, but this little cup is pretty much the space that you see that holds the thing so it stays down in there. So it doesn't take long at all. I'm still waiting to see if this one wicks water up, because in theory it's supposed to wick through. Oh, it is wicking through the soil a little. It's supposed to wick through the soil and bring the water up. So we'll see what happens with this one. I only have it halfway filled in case my soil needs to be fixed, because I don't want to deal with the whole like re-wetting agent thing. I've dealt with that once. But I'll get started. So safety first. You definitely want your goggles. And then I'm going to take a bucket. I'm going to turn so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Don't mind my absolute mess. I've got laundry on the line. I've got everything going on. But sometimes you kind of have to accommodate your needs. And today my needs are dressing comfortable clothes. And I was absolutely exhausted. Did not sleep well at all. So I got like 3 hours sleep, and I'm working with power tools. So I definitely want to make every other accommodation I have to for myself. So I apologize in advance for looking like absolute crap on the video, but this is also something that had to get done, and if I wanted to do a video on it, I kind of am at that like deadline point because it's the end of May. Middle of May. So I'm going to turn the camera and show you. Okay, so it looks like you can kind of see my work area. Yeah. Okay. So I happen to have these big long things. You don't have to necessarily, if you're strong enough to hold it, clamp it down, though it helps. If you use a hole saw, you definitely have to clamp it. But another thing with the hole saw is I was planning on initially going like this down, and I didn't think about the factor that the hole saw wasn't long enough. So I'm going to start out doing all of my center holes. I'm going to just do like 5 of them to start to kind of give you an idea. But you just kind of, now I'll just show you, so mine have like this little thing here, so I'm going to go just slightly off center because I don't want to try and drill into that thing because I have no idea how to work around that. So I'm going to just kind of set the drill right here, slightly off center. That's not a pleasant sound. Okay. Clear off my space a little. Then I'm going to simply change the bit to my 13/16. I'm going to move these back over here so I can do the same kind of an assembly line type thing. I want this one off to the side a little, so that is a very unpleasant sound. So that's kind of what it looks like. One bigger one in the center to match and one smaller one in the middle. Okay, so next up I have the, I think it's 1/2 inch. What is it? 1/2 inch? Yeah, 1/2 inch PVC. It's just like the really thin, it's the bendier one. Not like the Schedule 40 or anything. And next tool up are these nifty little pipe cutters. You could also use a, I'm trying to think what they're called, hacksaw. So take the plastic off, and then I'm just going to shove this through the bottom. I want it kind of tight, so take one of my buckets that doesn't have the hole in it, so you can see now. Ew, this one didn't get cleaned. How did it not get cleaned? I don't know. I was washing a two of them. It makes sense that one. Okay, so I want this to like sit flush so that the bucket kind of like, I use the bucket to push it down flat. And then since this is so easy, if you use a hacksaw, you have to like measure more carefully. This, I want it to be just below the thing because what I'm going to do is I also have a bunch of lids, and during the winter I'm going to cover them up. So now, this is what I have. Next up, I grab one of these little cup things, stick it in the center hole. Then I take the cord. I chose to use macrame cord. You could really use any cord. The trial wasn't macrame cord, and I don't really know if I like that. But the thing I like about this cord is it comes apart in 3. So the plan is to take this, kind of split it up. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm doing here, because you can kind of like untwist it, And I'm thinking that that will kind of spread the water maybe. I mean, that's the end goal, right? Okay. Then I put it in. And then I'm going to go fill up the bottom and I'll show you next steps. Give me a minute. Okay, so now I have water in the bucket. Actually, it's like kind of a few inches deep. I'm going to make sure to stick this cord back in so it's like underneath, because that's kind of important. And then I want to fill it with soil, but I want to make sure that the soil has not become hydrophobic, meaning that it doesn't hold water. So I'm going to do a couple of things here. First, I'm going to make sure that this goes all the way through, because I want that on the bottom. Then I will try that again. Then I'm going to just pull it over here. Oh, you can't see. Give me a second. Okay, so basically what I'm doing, give me a second. Okay, so I basically got it so that the cord is going underneath into the water. Then I'm going to take the soil is a little dry and I want to make sure it wets because I had issues with hydrophobic soil and I do not want that to happen again, because it really feels like this is not wanting to get wet. Oh, wait, maybe it is. So, okay. For now, I'm just kind of sticking these strings in here. I want soil in the bottom of the pot, not in the thing. I'm kind of mixing, so the one soil is supposed to be better, like a better brand with better fertilizers and everything, and I'm kind of mixing that with the generic so it's a little cheaper. And I'm just kind of trying to get that down. So probably, you know what I should have put down there is the coconut coir. I might do that in the next one. So just kind of want that, I don't know what you say. But I definitely want to kind of keep pulling these up and through so that they stay to the side. I could probably, you know what, I'm going to grab clips. Okay, so now I kind of have it set. I'm going to put some of this coconut coir, or however you say it, the coconut stuff, in the center, just because I really like how it actually does seem to hold water and rehydrate well. I ended up liking it better than any of the other seed starting mix I tried, so again, I think I actually may return the expensive stuff and get the generic stuff, because I like the way the generic stuff is working out better, especially when I add the coconut to the top. And then obviously you really want to fill this so that it has enough enough soil so that your seeds can grow. You need space for your roots and stuff. And you also don't want to cover up your hole here. But then I'm going to cover that there. With that. So now that's like a seed starting mix, so I feel like when I put my seeds in, it'll be a little bit easier. Then I simply will take these clips off let the cord kind of go back into the bucket. Remember, the purpose of the cord is to wick. And then come winter, I can put the lids on, if they'll go on for me, and I can just stack them up to store, and kind of just makes it a little easier so the soil doesn't blow away or anything. So that's it. Okay, a quick tip. When you're doing this, make sure you pay attention, because I just lifted up, grabbed it like that, lifted it up, and dropped water all over my feet. So now I have to fix it, but that's fine. Just a little FYI, pay attention to which handle you grab, because you want to grab from the bottom so it's easy to lift. Okay, so I'm going to edit this together. I was really trying to do like a decent edited video once a month of like different things I'm doing. Hopefully the next one I do on how to make a solar oven turns out better. But I'm going to go ahead and do this without the camera, because as you can see, I am clearly struggling on camera, but it's super simple to do. You can do it too. Some really affordable tools, and I will put those like up here by, see that umbrella? I'll make a list of the different tools that I used. I will also try and remember to link that in the video description, or not link it, I guess, like list it, kind of like a recipe. And hopefully this helps, because I've seen it done on YouTube, and I'll definitely share with you how my buckets turn out as far as like what kind of harvest. I'll show you throughout the summer. I'll update you and show you as the seeds start to grow and the different harvests I get, so you can kind of get an idea. Anyways, again, my name's Melissa. This year I'm sharing 365 tips for frugal living. If you want to hear more, please hit like and subscribe. I'll see y'all tomorrow.